Prince, everybody kind of thought, okay, well, now we know the cause of death, which is an OD, so the case is over. It's not over. We broke the story on the website today. The criminal investigation into Prince's death is going full bore right now with the FBI, the DEA, and the local district attorney all focusing on several people, including 2 doctors who figured prominently in the last hours of Prince. And they are looking specifically at their prescription practices. And again, this is a criminal investigation that should wind down in the next 2 months, although I'm told it might even be sooner than that.
Could we see this going the same route as Michael Jackson and Dr. Conrad Murray?
Which is the point.
I mean,
absolutely.
It feels the same to me. Like, there was so much attention on the doctor surrounding the death. That's what it seems like here with Schulenberg, Kornfeld. They're the main points.
So let us tell you and walk you through what it is that the authorities are looking at. Obviously, prescription practices. You may recall we broke a story on the website that hours before Prince OD'd, he was seen at this Walgreens near Paisley Park, his home, where he is walking nervously and looking very agitated, according to witnesses, outside the drugstore as somebody went inside to get him a prescription. Remember, they got him a prescription. And we do not know if it's fentanyl or not, but we do know that he died shortly thereafter in this elevator. So it well could be the fentanyl that he got from the Walgreens. The authorities are not saying. But either way, they want to find out who prescribed it, why they prescribed it, why Prince was at a pharmacy 4 times minimum in the last 6 days of his life. And remember, he almost died 6 days before he finally passed when his plane made an emergency landing in Moline. So when you look at all of this stuff, you see this drug use escalating and escalating. Now the doctors.
And Harvey, what's interesting about these 2 doctors is how the 2 are acting now. Dr. Schulenberg, he's the doctor from Minnesota. He's gone completely off the radar.
We should say, Brad, he was Prince's primary physician.
Correct, yeah, in Minnesota, and he worked at a clinic there, and he's gone completely off the radar. He's no longer there or anything. In the meantime...
Well, before you get to the other one, we should say that Schulenberg is the doctor who was at Prince's house when they found his body. And remember, Schulenberg said he was only there to give Prince some test results. He had to drive about 12 miles from his clinic to go to his house, and it's weird why he wouldn't just do it over the phone, but he said he drove there to give him test results. So I think that's one of the things the authorities are looking at.
Exactly, and it's interesting because, like I said, he's completely disappeared, but Dr. Kornfeld, the California doctor who was supposed to get him help, is still practicing. He's still in his office every day. He's working. It's almost like there's nothing really to hide there, and it's interesting that Schulenberg's gone completely off the radar.
And we should say Kornfeld is important because he is the addiction specialist in Marin County, and Kornfeld is the one who got a call from Prince's people the day before he died saying, "We need you here." And he said, "Look, I can't go, but I'm going to send my son, who is not a doctor." And he sent his son with a backpack loaded with synthetic opiates and in a backpack, and the
son was there when Prince died.
Son was right there when Prince died. Now, the lawyer for the son and the father, the Kornfeld, says that those opiates never went into Prince's system. Because if they did, there would have been a problem because this kid should not be administering drugs.
And crossing state lines with the opiates in his backpack.
Absolutely.
Also a big problem.
Hi, this is Erica from Vancouver, Canada. I think doctors just need to be really responsible for what they're prescribing. Look at the stars that have died from overdosing. It's just so sad. I could almost cry because, I have chronic pain. So when I watch someone die from taking Percocet or something, I really hope that, the doctors just are made accountable. I hope they're charged. It's really sad that the world lost Prince so early in his life. It's really, really sad.
It is sad. And by the way, when is the last time you heard of a rock star, a singer, anybody dying from an illegal drug like heroin?
I know, and it's all
prescription
meds.